And we are kicking off Final Hunt 3, the 3's new gen portion. Welcome to the show, by the way. This is the new gen portion of Final Hunt 3. And as I was saying, we were kicking this show off with the Hardcore Championship match when Optimus Prime is defending his title against 3 other opponents. And originally this was supposed to be a 4-way elimination match, but earlier today management changed it to a 4-way TLC match because they thought it would be more fun. And they were hoping to get, an Edge Jeff Hardy spot potentially in this match, which could happen, maybe. The first person to come out is the current Hardcore Champion Optimus Prime, who has held that championship ever since he defeated Lucario for it months ago. And it was after he lost the Hardcore title Optimus Prime when Lucario got drafted all the way up to the main roster. And Optimus has been Hardcore Champion ever since he won this title. He's beaten everybody who's challenging for it, including RVD recently, who's actually going to be challenging for the US title later on the night. Which Optimus is probably PO'd about. The dude he beat is getting another opportunity for a completely different title, which is just crazy. And here comes the first of Optimus' 3 opponents. And oh god, it's Damian Thorne. One half of the Nobodies, at least, well, formerly it was Hell's Inc., but now him and Carpathia pretty much call themselves the Nobodies, along with Marilyn Manson, because, the 3 of them are all in a group together. This is the first time Thorne's had a singles match since his debut, back when him, Carpathia, and Manson all had that 3-way match for Josh Giddens' birthday a couple of years ago. And now Thorne is going to be challenging for a title. Definitely going to be interesting to see if Thorne can manage to somehow win a title. At least then Manson wouldn't be the only one in the group holding a title if he does somehow win. Just weird seeing him without Nikolai Carpathia, that's for sure. Or even without Manson in his corner. It's just weird. Now I'm just curious who the other 2 opponents are in this match. Because Optimus put out the challenge. He said anybody could challenge him in this match. And 3 people accepted it, apparently. And oh god, it's Punchinello. Like, one of the guys who came up short in the New Gen title match back at CyberSlam, along with Krillin, who was challenging Manson in the main event. And whoever loses that match is getting fired from New Gen. And now Punchinello is challenging for another title, but in this case, it's the Hardcore title. This dude just cannot stay away from a title picture, that's for sure. At least not recently, anyways. Punchinello is Hardcore Champion. That's going to be interesting. Definitely would be one of the weirder champions we've ever had if he somehow manages to win this match. And this is probably the biggest match in Punchinello's entire career, because this is our equivalent of WrestleMania. And I don't think he was on the card last year. I forget, to be completely honest. If he wasn't on last year's Final Hunt, then this is literally his first one. Which is crazy when you think about it. Now, we wait and see who the 4th and final participant in this match is going to be. And, oh, Jesus Christ. As if we didn't already have a whack-ass field in this match. It's freaking Ryu from Street Fighter. One half of the Street Fighters with Ken Masters. We haven't seen Ryu in a really long time. We've seen Ken Masters a few times. But we haven't seen Ryu in a long time. Ryu is a former Magnation champion from way back in the day. Now Ryu is trying to make a name for himself in this company ever since him and Ken came here. And they reformed their old tag team that I don't think they had in the Magnation, and I don't know if they've been a tag team anywhere else. I just know that they're usually really close friends, and they usually, when one's around, usually the other's not very far away. Usually. At least as far as I know in the Street Fighter franchise. I don't play those games. I just know slight things about the story and all that crap. Either way, this 4-way match is going to be crazy, because now we know who the 4 participants are going to be. And Optimus, if you somehow manage to win this, I'll be amazed, man. That's for sure. Because Optimus is going to need all the luck he can get to win this match. Because this could potentially be the last time he's Hardcore Champion. Unless he decides to challenge whoever beats him for it. But who knows. It's crazy. And let's get this 4-way underway. And Optimus immediately running at Ryu. And Ryu nailing him with a body slam. And Punchinello just being weird when he was trying to close on somebody. And Punchinello with the electric chair drop. And Ryu with the suplex to Optimus there. Strength of Ryu to lift up a Transformer. And Punchinello is just going at it with Thorn. And Thorn and Punchinello have a history when Punchinello feuded with the Nobodies a while back, and Hell's Inc. When, Satan was in charge of the group. Punchinello, why are you trying to close on the ladder? Thorn with a belly suplex is Punchinello on the outside, while Ryu and Optimus are still going at it in the ring. And there's tables, there's ladders, and there's chairs somewhere around here. That's the reason why this is a TLC match. And the objective is pretty much to climb up the ladder and grab that title. It's hanging above the ring right there. Ryu's just beating the crap out of Optimus in the middle of the ring. Thorn and Punchinello are still going at it. Ryu is going on the outside. He's grabbing a ladder. Wrong spot to be setting that up, Ryu. And Optimus tried to get something up by Ryu. Shoved him off. Springboard by Ryu, but he missed. And Thorn and Punchinello are literally fighting here right next to my announce table. Can you guys please back the fuck off? And Optimus with a suplex. And Thorn sending Punchinello against the barricade. Now just punching the shit out of him there against the barricade. Optimus with a reverse DDT there. Or whatever the hell that was. Punchinello missing the clothesline. Suplex by Thorn there, Punchinello. Arm drag by Ryu to Optimus. Optimus just punching Ryu in the midsection. Sorry. Ryu just shoving him off. Ryu going back on the outside. Well, Thorn is just punching the hell out of Punchinello. Clubbing shot to the back there to Punchinello. And another one by Thorn. And Optimus with more punches and kicks to Ryu. And Ryu with a headlock on Optimus. Body slam to Optimus almost on the ladder. And Punchinello getting sent back in. Chin breaker there. And a big boot to the face of Ryu there by Optimus. Big kick to Punchinello by Thorn there. Optimus setting up the ladder in the middle of the ring. Optimus going for the title. And Ryu was able to push the ladder out from underneath the belt. And Optimus climbed back down. Thorn clotheslining Ryu there. Now Punchinello was briefly going out at it with Optimus. And Optimus is swinging wildly there. And Thorn with an elbow drop to Ryu. And now everybody's just fighting in the ring. And just punches and kicks are being thrown plenty. And now Optimus just another punch and headlock to Punchinello there. Suplex! And Thorn with just more punches to Ryu, and he accidentally punched Optimus there. Belly to belly through the ladder, sort of, by Thorn to Optimus. And now Ryu tried to go for a powerbomb, I think, to Punchinello, but he got reversed, hit into a DDT. Thorn is setting up for something here. Potentially the reverse cross. Nope, just a big boot. A bicycle kick there by Thorn. Punchinello just getting nailed in the face with the ladder. Thorn with a suplex to Optimus and knocking down the ladder out from underneath Ryu's feet, sending him crashing to the ring. Ryu getting sent in the corner by Punchinello. Thorn setting up the ladder again. Oh god, what is Punchinello doing? Punchinello going to the top turnbuckle. Sits on him. Off the ropes. Springboard. Crossbody by Punchinello to Ryu. Wheelbarrow into the Bulldog, and there goes the ladder again. Well, Thorn and Optimus are going at it. While that was going on between Punchinello and Ryu. And Optimus just nailing Thorn in the face with the ladder. Ryu with a... whatever the hell that was. Ryu getting cracked by Optimus with the ladder, and again. And Optimus just nailing Ryu with the ladder, and Thorn knocking Optimus down, knocking the ladder out of his hand. Now Thorn setting up the ladder. Thorn going for the belt. Punchinello trying to cut him off. Ryu with a belly suplex. Oh god. Punchinello with a superplex on the top of the ladder. Ryu has a wide open shot for the belt. And Punchinello is wisely shoving Ryu off the ladder. Everybody's down. Punchinello has the ladder. This is your chance, Punchinello. Optimus is going up for the belt, and Punchinello is going right up there with him. And Punchinello with a shot to Optimus there. Knocking him off the ladder. Reach, Punchinello. And Ryu is like, nope, not today. And just sends Punchinello almost crashing through the ring. 2K14 physics. Ryu going back for the title now. Reach, Ryu. Ryu has the title. Slip there. Now Ryu has the title again. And Ryu manages to pull it down. And Ryu is the hardcore champion now. Ryu wins a championship for the first time in years. Holy freaking crap. That was weird there. Ryu is the new hardcore champion after this crazy 4-way TLC match. For a minute, I almost thought Punchinello was going to win. And now, Ryu is holding a championship for the first time since he was Mag Nation champion back in the day. That's going to be crazy. Already off to a crazy, insane start, and we already crowned a new champion. With Ryu becoming the first new hardcore champion we've had in months. Just crazy. We may as well keep these ladders out here, because our next match is a Money in the Bank ladder match that Kenny Powers made a couple of weeks ago, where 6 participants are vying for an opportunity anytime, anywhere of their choosing, for a shot with the world title that they can turn in any time. We might end up having a new world champion, and not just because Krillin beat Manson, if that somehow manages to happen. Either way, it's gonna be crazy. You know what the nice thing about having back-to-back ladder matches in a wrestling promotion? It's the fact when you have people who are actually nice enough to actually set the ladders back up that they used in their match for the next match, as long as the ladders weren't destroyed. Because literally right before they went to the back, Optimus, Ryu, Punchinello, and Damian Thorne set the ladders up that they had used in their match. They literally picked up the ladders and set them back up on the outside of the ring for these guys. It's really nice because it helps our ring crew making their job at least a little bit easier, because they'd be running around all over the place trying to make sure shit is how it's supposed to be and everything, and making sure the ring and side area and everything's all taken care of. And this is the 6-man Money in the Bank ladder match, where 6 randomly chosen participants by Kenny Powers, the GM of New Gen, are participating in this match with an opportunity for a World Heavyweight title match anytime, anywhere of their choosing. And as you can see, the first one to come out is King, one half of the tag team Lucha Tekken. He teams with El Dragon as Tekka Jr. from Lucha Underground, who we have not seen either of them in quite some time. It's nice to see that King is still around, because I like him. And he's a former hardcore champion in the Mag Nation back in the day. And he was part of the first Mag Nation title match ever back in the day. And here comes my twins tag team partner in the 2-man power trip in the Vision in the AWF/PWTF. 6-time, if you're counting that one world title he won off my twin. And he won from CM Punk. CN Mother Effin' Punk. One of the best wrestlers that came out of the AWF and the PWTF. And somebody who's recently just making his comeback to New Gen. I haven't seen him in a minute. I just know that him and my twin, I'm just happy that they're friends again and they're teaming up again. One knows my twins missed teaming up with CN all those months ago. And I'm just happy that they're back together as a team. And they're so far been undefeated in tag team matches. So hopefully they get a tag team title match at some point in the future. Which would be sweet! And CN has an opportunity to win another world title to add to his resume. If he somehow manages to win this Money in the Bank ladder match, he cashes in on either Manson or Krillin later on in the night. Which would be crazy if you think about it. Because CN's quite capable. He's one of the best wrestlers there is. There's a reason why we scouted him and wanted him to come back here. And I'm just curious who the other 4 participants in this match are. Like I said, they were all randomly chosen by Kenny Powers to be in this match. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's freaking Syndrome. I haven't seen Syndrome in a while. I haven't seen any of these guys in a long time. So it's nice to see that these guys are still hanging around, except in Syndrome's case. Because Syndrome is one of the biggest asshats in this company. At first he was a babyface when he was feuding with Sephiroth a while back. But then he turned into a first-class dick, especially since he teamed up with Wario and formed the team Sin Wario. And Syndrome has held the title in the past. He was a former U.S. champion that he had help from Wario to defeat Dion Richards for it. And then Dion proceeded to destroy his ass when they had their rematch, and Dion ended up winning the title back. And Syndrome's been missing ever since. And now he's back here, hoping to win this Money in the Bank ladder match, which would be crazy if that happened. Definitely be a huge redemption arc for him, that's for sure. But, like I said, really hoping literally anybody except this guy in this match should win this briefcase besides him. Because like I said, he's a freaking asshat. And he's a bit of a dick. He's more so annoying than anything else. He's not as annoying as freaking Warrior there. I think I know who this is. And it's Shelton Benjamin. The former U.S. champion in his own right. Multiple former U.S. champions in this match. See, because Sheldon's and Syndrome have both been U.S. champions. And I'm just curious who else is going to be in this match, because there's two other people still have to come out. I have no idea who's in this match. I was never told. I'm just a commentator guy. But I'm happy to see the Sheldon's back. If Sheldon's somebody I definitely think deserves to be world champion at some point in his career, even if it's never acknowledged in real life with welterweight. Especially since in his old age, he still wrestles like he's in his 30s, which is crazy when you think about it. Definitely might pick to win this match, besides Cien and King, but mostly Cien. Oh God, I know who this is. We haven't seen him in a while, and it's not Claudio Castagnoli, that's for sure. It's freaking Omni-Man. Omni-Man's been gone for like a long time. I haven't seen him in like months. And now he's back here. And if he somehow manages to win this Money in the Bank ladder match, he has an opportunity to win a world title. It's crazy. It doesn't help the fact that he's a former open fight champion over an AOT2 Red. Imagine him adding the New Gen World Championship to his resume in his brief time in wrestling as a wrestler. That would be crazy. I can only imagine the shit he'd be saying. Freaking. Hopefully, at least he doesn't try to pull a repeat of what he did to his freaking kid in Invincible. To anybody around here, we've warned him about doing that too. Can't believe freaking Omni-Man's in this match. That's just freaking great. He's the only other guy I hate more than freaking Syndrome in this match so far. Oh Jesus Christ, this guy! He's been gone for a while. Now he's back. The former two-time U.S. champion, Dion Mother Effin Richards. Dude who has some beef with Xavier King for reasons and shit that happened between them in the past, a long time ago. And now Dion has a chance to win an opportunity that he can cash in any time for the world title. Because he's been wanting to win the world title forever, but he's mainly competing in mid-card title matches. Mostly because he hasn't earned an opportunity for the world title since he's been here. He's pretty much been running roughshod over the mid-card scene. And if he somehow manages to win this Money in the Bank ladder match, he would finally have that opportunity for the world title. He's always been wanting. He's definitely somebody I could see as a world champion with how dominating he is. One of the toughest and most intimidating guys in this roster. And now we know who the 6 guys in this match are. Half of which are former U.S. champions. Freaking crazy. Now I'm just wondering who's going to win this match. Hopefully it's Cien or King. Hopefully. And let's get this Money in the Bank ladder match underway, and King missing that kick he tried to go for there. And already people are just pairing off. We have Omni-Man and Cien, Shelton and Syndrome, and Dion and King now. Cien with a monkey flip there with Omni-Man. And Shelton with a takedown on Syndrome. Now Syndrome going to the outside for a ladder. Cien with a Russian leg sweep to Omni-Man. Syndrome has a chair apparently because I guess he decided not to grab the ladder. And Sheldon just cracking Syndrome with that chair, and Cien just going at it with Omni-Man in the corner over there. King with a moonsault to Dion there from the top turnbuckle. Belly to back suplex there by Omni-Man to Cien. King getting sent in the ropes by Dion. Bossman slamming into a black hole slam, whichever one you might call it. There by Dion to King. And Syndrome picking up Shelton, with Cien just tossing that ladder in the ring. Omni-Man just wailing away at Cien, uppercut there. Syndrome with a suplex to Shelton. Dion going to the outside. Dion having the other ladder. Cien just nailing Omni-Man with that ladder. And Cien setting up the ladder in the middle of the ring. Cien's going for the briefcase! And King manages to pull the ladder off from underneath Cien. And Dion with a powerbomb to Cien there. Cien was probably like the smartest person there for a minute. Tried to go up the briefcase while everybody else was distracted. Syndrome with a shot to the back of Cien. And Dion, the headlock, and Shelton, who reversed it into a suplex, and King with whatever the hell that was to Omni-Man. And Cien taking the ladder from Syndrome. Shelton nailing Dion with a ladder. And Syndrome just slamming Cien against his knee there. Omni-Man has a ladder now. Sheldon's going for the briefcase. Now Dion's meeting him up there. What the hell is Syndrome doing to freaking Cien there? Now Sheldon and Dion are fighting at the top of the ladder. Oh god. Dion and Sheldon go crashing down after the ladder gets knocked out from underneath them by Omni-Man and King. And King now has a ladder and just nailing Omni-Man in the face with it. And Syndrome with a suplex to Cien there. Omni-Man has the other ladder. Dion with a takedown, drop toe hold, whatever the hell that was, to King there. Now Dion has a ladder. Shelton's on the outside. Omni-Man has a ladder again. He just tosses that thing to the outside now. Cien just going at it with Syndrome. Sheldon's back in the ring. Spinebuster by Dion there to King. And Syndrome just taunting. He's going at it with Cien. And Cien with a... Oh, nope, Syndrome with a Hurricane Rana to Cien right into the ladder. Dion with a fireman's carry. Whatever the hell that was. The King. Now Dion's just posing. Cien going for the briefcase again. And he just changes his mind, I guess, for reasons. Syndrome just wandering around the ring with the ladder. Sheldon, why are you destroying my announce table? Like, really, dude? We're really doing this and we're only the second match into this part of the show? King's going for the briefcase now. And he changed his mind as well, I guess. And King with a hurricane around to the Dion. Cien with a kick to Syndrome there. Sheldon's back in the ring now. I don't know what the heck he was doing. Cien's back in the ring as well. And Cien's got a ladder. He sets it up in the middle of the ring again. Syndrome's got another chair. Cien's going for the briefcase, and so does Sheldon. And now Cien and Sheldon rock bottom by Sheldon to Cien from the top of the ladder. Jesus Christ. If only there was a table set up there, that would have been a spot reference. Sheldon's at the top turnbuckle. Omni-Man cuts him off. King's going for the ladder. Briefcase, he got taken out by Syndrome there, nailing a powerbomb Cien. Omni-Man with a superplex to Sheldon on the top turnbuckle. Jesus Christ. This match has gone from 0 to 100, and Omni-Man with a double foot stomp and multiple knee drops to Sheldon. King trying to run off the ropes. Boot and a drop kick to the face of Dion there by King there. King going to the outside. Smooth salt by King. Sheldon is just confused, just wandering around that ladder. Cien and Syndrome are still going at it. Sheldon's trying to go for the briefcase. Sheldon has the briefcase. And Sheldon gets sent crashing back down to the ring by Syndrome there. Syndrome setting up the ladder again. Syndrome's going to the briefcase, and so is King. Oh god. King with a neck breaker to Syndrome on the top of the ladder, taking out Omni-Man on the way down somehow. Just multiple spots from the top of the ladder. This is just crazy. I thought the first ladder TLC match was crazy. And now Omni-Man's going for the briefcase. Oh god. Omni-Man has the briefcase right now. And thank god Dion managed to take out Omni-Man there. Cien with the Hurricane Rana to Sheldon. King setting up the ladder. Cien has the ladder again. He sets up the other ladder right there. Dion's beating the crap out of Omni-Man. And now Cien has the other second ladder, because she's trying to set up a ladder in the ring here. And now Cien running into King there. Omni-Man and the King going up the ladder, for reasons I guess. Now they're fighting on top of the ladder. Sheldon, springboard! Dropkick, but he failed, missed. And King and Omni-Man just go crashing down thanks to Syndrome. And now Syndrome nailing King with the ladder, and Sheldon nailing a German suplex at Cien. Syndrome going to the top of the briefcase. Syndrome has the briefcase! And Syndrome now is Mr. Money in the Bank. Freaking holy crap, this match was just insanity. And after all that, Syndrome is now Mr. Money in the Bank for New Gen. For the first time since New Gen started, Syndrome has an opportunity at the world title. Lord have mercy, freaking now we have to worry about when Syndrome's going to cash that thing in. It's Manson, Krillin, whoever walks out of that world title match at the main event at tonight's show, I hope you have eyes in the back of your head, because Syndrome's going to be right there behind you, just waiting. Just crazy. And after that insanity that was the last two matches on this show, this next match is the YouTube Championship match where my twin, the Lone Wolf, takes on Bobby Lashley. And this is the first match Bobby Lashley's had in months. I believe since the last time he had a match was when he faced Jordan Williams, by the way. And there was some, I can't remember who else it was, if not Jordan. But here comes my twin, the current YouTube champion, motherfucking Lone Wolf. Was also the AOT2 champion. Still. And there was a whole issue between him and Natural Born Thriller in the AWS/PWTF and AOT2. And now Lone Wolf is once again second final hunt in a row he's been a part of. And he's once again, this time competing for a title. In this case, he's the one defending the title he actually beat Jordan Williams for almost over a year ago. He's been YouTube champion for a long time. Since last year's final hunt. Mostly because nobody's really challenged him for that title. It's not like he's a hard person to find, just that nobody, outside of like LA Knight, like one time, nobody's challenged him for this title. Because nobody wants to fuck with my twin. At least up until Bobby Lashley decided he wanted to fuck with him. For reasons, I guess. And now my twin is going to show his former WWE champion and former AEW Tag Team champion, among other titles, what it means to step in the ring with the Lone Wolf. He's going to kick some freaking ass, that's for sure. Though I know for a fact that my twin's not overlooking Bobby Lashley. I just know he's always looking over his shoulder to keep an eye out for the Natural Born Thriller. But you never know what the fuck he is. He could show up anywhere, especially after what happened at AOT2 Backlash. And here's Bobby Lashley, former US champion, former TNA champion, for like every belt in TNA just about. Former Intercontinental champion, I believe. Former tag champion, I think, in WWE. And former WWE champion, like I said. Lashley's held a lot of belts in his career. And he's in it. He's a former MMA superstar as well. And he's former military. Dude's a tough son of a bitch. And he's definitely somebody I would not want to fuck with. Especially if he locks in that hurt lock that he likes to use, which is his version of the master lock that Chris Masters used all those years ago. And Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are tag team partners in AEW, but they don't associate with each other in this company. I think they had issues here, but once in the past. And either way, this match is going to be freaking crazy. I know that for a fact. And there's the challenger, Bobby Mother effing Lashley. And there's the current YouTube champion, my twin, the Lone Wolf. And this match is going to be epic, that's for sure. Because Lashley's determined to win himself his first championship in Lone Wolf Wrestling. And my twin is determined to hold on to this title, along with the AOT2 title. And I know for a fact that both these guys are quite capable of winning this match. And there's the YouTube Championship in New Gen. And let's get this YouTube title match underway between these two. Colin Neville top between the two start up. Sean McCarty is going to be happy somewhere. My Lone Wolf for the headlock on Lashley and the chin breaker. And Lone Wolf picking up Lashley, just repeatedly punching Lashley there into the armbar. Arm drag by my twin to Lashley. And then my twin turning Bobby Lashley around. And Lashley the chin breaker reversal to my twin. And now just beating the shit out of the Lone Wolf is Bobby Lashley. Now Lashley picking up my twin into the go behind, into the headlock, elbow to the face to the low move, and the headlock. And my twin with the drop toe hold to Lashley. Now my twin picking up Lashley, just more punches to the face of Lashley there, who blocks out one, into the armbar. Near the midsection of Lashley there by my twin. Kick to the midsection as well. And the drop kick. Calling elbow top again between the two. Sean's going to be happy about that. Especially after he's going to be fuming after those two ladder matches, that's for sure. Arm drag by my twin. And the elbow drop. Lashley blocks that punch there into the headlock again. Sends him into the corner. My twin with the reversal and kick to the back of the leg. Shot to the back of the head of Lashley there as well. Go behind by my twin. Electric chair, Hurricane Rana, Lashley, and the springboard, which he nails. My twin is going crazy, and the front flip kick. And another one. And my twin with the armbar on Lashley. It just repeated kicks to the face of Lashley there. Backhand to my twin. Now my twin going for the Hell's Gate on Lashley here. Shout out to The Undertaker. I did not know my twin knew how to use the Hell's Gate. That's just crazy. And now my twin with the calf crusher. And he got to rope break. Go behind by my twin on Lashley. Misses the clothesline. Lashley just shoves him off. Go behind by Lashley on my twin. And now Lashley sending my twin. Oh, my twin reverses into a belly-to-belly suplex. My twin just repeated punches Lashley there, and the drop kicks in the big man to the outside. And my twin sending Lashley back into the ring. Now my twin with the elbow to the head of Lashley there. Now my twin is up on the apron. Springboard! Elbow drop, but she missed. Good job. And my twin just repeated punches to Lashley there, but he blocks out one into the headlock. Arm drag by my twin. Misses the elbow drop again. Lashley whiffs the kick there, but my twin nails the drop kick. My twin, another springboard, which he missed. Good job. And Lashley would try to go for his comeback again, but my twin reversed it with an arm drag. And my twin dragging Lashley away from the ropes. Going for a cover is my twin. One. Only one count. There's Lashley kicked out. Punch to face it. And another one there. And now my twin has Lashley up for the GTS. And he nails it. Now my twin dragging Lashley away from the ropes. Going for a cover. 1, 2. And my twin gets the pin off the GTS over Bobby Lashley. Holy crap. Honestly, that's why I went quiet there for a moment. I was not expecting him to just win on the GTS. But I was happy to see him pull out the Calf Crusher and Hell's Gate out of just nowhere. My twin just destroying Lashley here somewhat. I'm just kind of amazed that Lashley didn't even manage to get a spear or anything in. But who the hell knows. My twin is still the YouTube champion. Sending a message to the rest of the roster. This is he wishes everybody else luck trying to take this YouTube championship off of him. And honestly, I believe it. I wish everybody luck trying to beat him for this YouTube title because he's tough. I'm not just saying that just because he's my twin. The next match is the New Gen US Championship match between Rorschach and RVD. Maybe RVD will finally win this time. And this is the US Championship of New Gen title match. Rorschach defended his title against Rob Van Dam. He won the opportunity by winning a Battle Royal recently to get this opportunity. And this is RVD's second opportunity at a title in the last couple of months. Because he had an opportunity for the hardcore title against Optimus Prime back at CyberSlam, but Optimus defeated him in that match. And now RVD has another chance to win a championship. This time it's a higher tier championship where it's the New Gen US Championship. But hopefully RVD knows that Rorschach is just as tough as Optimus. Great, especially considering the fact that Rorschach's been US Champion for a while. Not as long as Optimus though. Optimus was hardcore champion for almost 400 days. which is crazy when you think about it. He was a dominant hardcore champion. And I'm just wondering what the heck's going to happen with Optimus now that he's no longer hardcore champion, now that Ryu is holding that title, after that insane ladder match early in the show. All I do know is that Rorschach is in for probably his toughest opponent for this U.S. Championship with RVD. Because this could be RVD's last chance for the title, and this could really determine whether or not RVD deserves to be, even if it's just in the mid-card, or, Lord forbid, in the main event. Because if RVD can't even win this match, he may as well just be resided in freaking Jobber too at this point. Even though RVD is one of the best wrestlers that ever lived, the fact that he's not won a title and he's lost more matches than he's won since he's been here says something. Is that, or he's just here for the paycheck? But I don't know. Who the hell knows? I know he's put on some pretty good matches, that's for sure. But I would like to see RVD win at least one title in his time here. And here comes RVD, speaking of the ECW legend. RVD has won titles everywhere he's been, but he has yet to win a championship in New Gen since he showed up here. Tonight might be his night finally to win a title in this company. Well, it might be the night that just seals his fate as a forever jobber. Who the hell knows? Okay, maybe not a jobber, but at least somebody who basically competes for titles but never wins any. But he still puts on pretty good matches. I don't know what you call that. Curtain jerker? I don't know. RVD doesn't strike me as a curtain jerker. But who the hell knows? But this match is going to be crazy. I know that for a fact. Because RVD, I know from speaking to him before the show, he is determined to not disappoint in this match. Because he knows this could be his last opportunity to ever get a title shot. Especially if he loses and disappoints all of his fans again. And Rorschach is basically pretty much on his retirement tour. Because he keeps talking about how he's been thinking about retiring lately. But who knows? I don't want to see Rorschach retire. And I don't want to see RVD lose. Again. And end up being put in freaking jobber too around here, but who knows? This is a big deal for both these guys. And there's that New Gen US Championship that they're both fighting for. And let's get this US Championship match underway between these two. RVD with the drop kick to start off the Rorschach. RVD with a Hurricane Run of the Rorschach as well. RVD already on the offensive here. Rorschach with a go behind on RVD. And RVD flips him over. Puts the boots to him a pair of times there. RVD with a headlock on Rorschach. Elbow to the face. Headlock by RVD again on Rorschach. And another elbow to the face. Armbar again. And RVD lifting Rorschach up and slams him down on his knee. Now RVD with headlock on Rorschach again. Punches him down. RVD picking up Rorschach, sends him into the ropes. RVD with another Hurricane Run to Rorschach that time. Misses there. Rorschach dodged a clubbing shot from RVD. Sends him into the corner. Watch out, ref. Forearm to the face of RVD there by Rorschach. Rorschach with headlock on RVD. Suplex. And Rorschach go behind on RVD. And a suplex by Rorschach to RVD there. And a stomping way at him. Into the armbar by Rorschach on RVD. Into the headlock. And RVD with a suplex reversal there. RVD with a standing moonsault to Rorschach. And another one. Showing that agility and that athleticism. Go behind by RVD and Rorschach. Drop kick to the back of the Watchman. And just a kick to the face of Rorschach, just knocking him down. RVD in those training legs of his. Rorschach with a knee to the midsection of RVD. Forearm to the face of RVD there by Rorschach, knocking him down. Into the go behind. RVD flips him over again. What the leaping knee drop there, and the spinning leg drop which he missed. RVD with the monkey flip to Rorschach there. And RVD with another standing moonsault after putting the boots to Rorschach there for a second. Now picks him back up. RVD with just another kick to the head of Rorschach there. A spinning leg drop which he missed again. Another side drop kick, that side kick, or whatever the hell it's called. Now, RVD dragging Rorschach in the middle of the ring. Now RVD with the Rolling Thunder, and he nails it. RVD going to the outside. What the fuck was that springboard? Which he missed, by the way. RVD tried to take to the sky, but he's fucked it up. And Rorschach making him pay with the Rorschach test. And RVD there. Now Rorschach dragging RVD dragging him from the ropes. Sorry. Rorschach going for the cover. One, not even a one count. That's kind of surprising. And RVD with that dazing Rorschach with that punch, and he blacks with RVD trying to go over there with an elbow to the face. And Rorschach with a leg lariat there. Now Rorschach going for the cover. 1, 2, and RVD kicks out. Chopped the chest of RVD there by Rorschach and the armbar. RVD blocking the drop kick and just repeatedly kicking Rorschach in the face is RVD. Going for cover is RVD. 1, only 1 count there. RVD with a go behind on Rorschach. Neck breaker. RVD picking up Rorschach again. Another monkey flip. I'm surprised RVD isn't going for the 5-star frog splash yet. And RVD with a Hurricane Rana again. And RVD, I just freaking probably spoken existence. 5-star frog splash by RVD. Rorschach. RVD go for cover. 1, 2, and RVD is the new U.S. champion. Freaking finally, RVD finally won the title. And he actually managed to hit the 5-star frog splash. Holy crap. RVD finally wins a singles title in World War Wrestling. Took him long enough. And Rorschach put on one hell of a fight, that's for sure. He nailed both the Rorschach test and the leg layer that he likes to use. Which he also weirdly calls the Rorschach test for some weird reason. Either way. But RVD is finally a champion in this company. Just took him forever. Now we have to wait and see what's going to happen with Rorschach and what's going to happen now with RVD as the U.S. champion. Just crazy. The next match, where we crown new gen tag team champions since the Roadhouse Soldiers vacated those titles. They can focus on holding on to the main roster ones. Power Rangers take on Hellboy and Ghost Rider. That match is going to be crazy. Somebody's going to be crowned a new champion for the first time. And this is the New Gen titles for the tag team division match. But the titles have been vacant ever since Roadhouse Soldiers vacated them a while back after CyberSlam. And now these two teams are handpicked by the Roadhouse Soldiers before they went off to work on the main roster full time. But these two teams are going to be competing against each other to decide who the new champions are going to be. And the first team to come out is the current LWW Rumble Tag Team Champions, Hellboy and Ghost Rider. Rumble has some stuff going on. And it'll be coming back soon, that's all I can say. I can't give an exact time frame, but it's coming back eventually. And these two, like I said, are the current tag team champions of that roster. But now they have a chance to win a second pair of tag team titles. But they first have to get through the Power Rangers, who's another team we haven't quite seen really do anything, because I don't even remember the last time the two of them wrestled as a team. I know they both had singles matches in the past. Bright Ranger and Rumble, not so much on New Gen. And Red Ranger had a match like a long time ago on this roster once. So it's going to definitely be neat to see if the Power Rangers can defeat these current tag team champions of another part of the company. It's definitely going to be interesting to see if Hellboy and Ghost Rider have any ring rust since the last time we've seen them compete. Neither of these teams want to lose. This is the biggest match in their career. And they're competing for titles that have a lot of reputation and expectations. Especially since the last team that held the New Gen Tag Team titles held them for a really long time. There's a reason why only 2 teams have ever been New Gen Tag Team champions. It was Rednecks, and then it was literally just Roadhouse Soldiers for like forever. And here comes the Power Rangers. It's definitely going to be interesting to see if these 2 Rangers can work together. Since it's been some time since I've seen the Power Rangers as a team. Because I know back in the Mag Nation, the Power Rangers had a team that worked together. And in CIW, the green and blue SPD Rangers are a tag team along with the pink and yellow ones. Shout out to CIW, by the way. It's definitely going to be interesting to see if these 2 Power Rangers can work together. Since in fact, all the other Rangers have had issues with each other in the past. And they're competing against a team that's coming from hell. So, I wish you guys luck. That's for sure. And it's definitely going to be one hell of a match. That's for damn sure. There's the tag team titles of LWW New Gen. The titles that were previously held by the Roadhouse Soldiers. One of the most dominant tag teams we've ever had in this company. One of these teams is walking out as the new ones. And let's get this tag team title match underway between the 2. And Colin will tap to start off between White Ranger and Ghost Rider. Sean's going to be happy about that. German suplex by the White Ranger to Ghost Rider. And now Ghost Rider sending the White Ranger into the ropes. White Ranger with a neck breaker to Ghost Rider there. Now White Ranger tried to go for a kick, but Ghost Rider blocks it into the belly black suplex. Now Ghost Rider picking up White Ranger, just repeatedly punching him and knocking him out of the ring there. Now Ghost Rider going after White Ranger, sends him back in the ring. Elbow the head of Tommy Oliver there. And the leg drop from the apron. Now Ghost Rider just running around the ring while the ref's up to the count of 3. Jumping clothesline, which he missed because the White Ranger moved out of the way there. What the frick was that? Hellboy literally punching White Ranger while he was in the middle of trying to nail a DDT or a neckbreaker. Ghost Rider there. It's kind of weird. White Ranger with another belly-to-belly suplex to Ghost Rider. Now White Ranger with a suplex to Ghost Rider right in front of Hellboy. You don't want to piss him off, that's for sure. And now tags in Cthulhu Squirrel Red Ranger. Yes, I'm keeping that meme alive. And I'm not doing the freaking Cthulhu noise. And Ghost Rider with a Russian leg sweep to Red Ranger. So. And that Ghost Rider headlock on Red Ranger, who slips out of it, sends him into the corner. And now Red Ranger sending Ghost Rider into the tree of woe. What are you up to now, Cthulhu Squirrel? Running drop kick in the corner to the Ghost Rider there. Now Red Ranger picking up Ghost Rider into the arm bar. Arm drag by Red Ranger there. And now Red Ranger will then suplex of his own to Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider just taking all his offense from the Red and White Power Rangers. He is yet to tag in his partner Hellboy. And now Ghost Rider with punches and a boot to the face of Red Ranger. And now Ghost Rider runs over and tags in Hellboy, who is probably the obvious muscle of the team. Uppercut the Red Ranger there. And Red Ranger they go behind on Hellboy. Leaping shoulder tackle and knocks him down there. Hellboy isn't known for his agility. And Hellboy blocks that punch from Red Ranger. Has him up and a backbreaker to the Red Ranger. And now Hellboy with an armbar on Red Ranger. Sends him in the corner. And now tags in Ghost Rider as Hellboy. Off the ropes. Drop toe hold and Mag Nation elbow. Take a shot. Whatever you're drinking. Drink responsibly also, by the way. Unless you're drinking water, then just don't drink 100 freaking cups of water at the same time. And Ghost Rider just wipes out White Ranger while Red Ranger tried to go after Hellboy. And Red Ranger with a shot to the back of Ghost Rider there. In an elbow to the back. Misses the front flip kick there to Cthulhu Squirrel Red Ranger. And the arm drag again. And the elbow drop to the chest this time. Front flip kick which he misses again. Neck breaker by Red Ranger. And now tags in the White Ranger does Red Ranger. Or Tommy Oliver. Springboard by Tommy, which he misses the dropkick there because Ghost Rider deflected it. And Ghost Rider tags in Hellboy for doing a bit of a jig. And Tommy with a go behind on Hellboy, who flips him over there. Stomping away at him, he does. Now White Ranger tried to tag in Red Ranger, but he gets cut off. Hellboy gets set in the corner. Tags in Red Ranger, does Tommy. Off the ropes, and nope. Atomic drop, boot to the face of Hellboy there by Red Ranger. Now Red Ranger sending Hellboy back into the corner. Tags in the White Ranger again. And now Red Ranger tossing his partner at Hellboy with the crossbody. Hellboy's just beaming at freaking Red Ranger. And Tommy's for some reason just dedicated at going at Ghost Rider. And Hellboy makes him pay with the back body drop. Or whatever the hell that was, a suplex. Running clothesline by White Ranger there. Slams his arm against him, Medusa's move in wrestling. And now White Ranger picks up Hellboy into the neck breaker. White Ranger tags in Red Ranger again. And a Hellboy with a headlock and an uppercut there. Stomping away at him. And the leg drop to the Cthulhu Skull Red Ranger. Now Hellboy picking up Red Ranger there again. Punch the face. Anyone in the midsection. Red Ranger blocks that one into the headlock. And Hellboy with an armbar. Boot to the face of the Red Ranger. Knee to the face of the Red Ranger as well. Now Hellboy with a body slam to the Red Ranger. And off the ropes, drop kick to the face of the Red Ranger there. Well, helmet colored face, but you get the idea. Going for cover with Hellboy. One, only have one count there. Punches, and Red Ranger blocks out one. And a huge neck breaker to Hellboy there by Red Ranger. And White Ranger just took out Ghost Rider. Going for cover is Red Ranger. 1, 2, and Hellboy kicks out. Punch there by Red Ranger. And the kick to midsection. Running drop kick to Hellboy there by Red Ranger. I think Red Ranger is going to tag in White Ranger, but then White Ranger can step back in the ring. Red Ranger go for cover. Ghost Rider misses the leg drop, but Hellboy kicks out. Thankfully for them. Shoulder tackle there by Red Ranger. Oh god, now Red Ranger. Springboard elbow drop into a clothesline, which he nailed. Hellboy trips him up there. Now Red Ranger's pissed, and Ghost Rider was just in and out of the ring randomly there. Probably chasing after White Ranger, who was wandering around the ring. Clothesline in the corner there. Sends him into the corner. Another clothesline. And sidewalk slam by Hellboy there, the Red Ranger. And now Hellboy trying to choke out Red Ranger. He's trying to make him submit with his version of the mandible claw, and White Ranger makes him break up the submission. Clothesline by Hellboy there, taking down Red Ranger. Now Hellboy setting up for something here. Ghost Rider's in the ring again, takes out White Ranger, and Hellboy with the huge choke slam the Red Ranger there. Ghost Rider getting whipped back in the ring by White Ranger. Going for coverage, Hellboy. 1, 2, and Team Hellfire and Steel are the New Gen Tag Team Champions. Where the hell was the White Ranger there? Well, his partner was getting pinned. Who the hell knows? But Team Hellfire and Steel are the New Gen Tag Team Champions. So now they're not also 2-time Tag Team Champions, just like Roadhouse Soldiers were. New Gen, this is who you're going to have to try and topple as the new champions. I wish you luck, because these guys are tough. There's a reason why they win the tag team tournament to win the Rumble tag team titles. Why nobody wants to fuck with them. And I only wish anybody luck who tries to take the Rumble tag titles off of them as well. But the next match is Zarina King defending her women's internet title against Applejack. Crazy. And this is the women's internet title match between Zarina King and Applejack. Applejack got this opportunity when Zarina went right up to her and told her that she was giving her this opportunity, since Applejack has been nearly undefeated in singles competition. And Zarina it's always one for competing against the best there ever is. Whenever she gets a chance to, because she's like a brother. She just loves competing, and she'll fight anybody. Doesn't matter who they are. In this case, she wanted to fight Applejack because she wanted to be Applejack's second loss in her career, in singles competition at least, I can imagine. And she knows how Applejack has become a fan favorite in the company. So as far as from what I've been told, she was like, you know what, I'm just going to give this girl a title shot. Because it's not like I had anybody else to pick in the face right now. And this is a match I've been looking forward to see if Applejack can win herself her first ever singles title. Because she was one half of the tag team champions with Pinky. But ever since Rainbow Dash came back, thanks to Freebird rules, Rainbow Dash and Pinky will defend the women's tag titles on the next night of this pay-per-view against Dawn and Misty. It's a match I'm also looking forward to. And that'd be crazy after Rain Booms all while holding gold by the time this pay-per-view is over. That would be insane. And Applejack I know for a fact, was content with being tag team champion, but a lot of people have been wanting to see her win a singles title because she's been just so dominant as a singles competitor. I think a lot of people can agree that she's definitely more than earned this opportunity. And Zena didn't even really have to give it to her, but she wanted to anyways, because that's how nice Zena is. And there's the Women's Internet Championship of LWW. And there's the challenger, and there's the current champion, Zena. And let's get this Women's Internet Championship match underway between these two. Zena with a slap and a pair of kicks. And AJ just a punch to the face of Zena there. And Zena with a go behind and a shot to the back of AJ there. And Zena sends AJ into the corner. And now Zena with a DDT off the middle turnbuckle. Now Zena with a suplex to AJ there. And Zena just with a slap and face AJ there. And AJ just responds with a kick and a pair of punches. Whips her into the ropes. Spine buster of Zena there by AJ. And AJ with an armbar on Zena. And AJ with a shot to the arm of Zena there. Go behind by AJ and Zena. Into the suplex. AJ picking up Zena in the headlock. Elbow to the face of Zena there by AJ. Into the armbar again. And AJ sending Zena into the corner. And AJ sends Zena into the opposite side of the ring. Clothesline knocking down the current Internet Women's Champion. And Zena is reversing the AJ trying over there into the headlock. Into the neck breaker, kind of. And now Zena just putting the boots to AJ there and just repeatedly kicking her. And another slap. AJ blocks that kick and nails her with a clothesline. Now AJ with an armbar and Zena of her own. And AJ with a neck breaker to Zena. And AJ with an elbow drop to the chest of Zena there. AJ picking up Zena again, punch to the face, and another one in the midsection, and a kick in the midsection, and Zena catching AJ with that Pan King family neckbreaker. Knee drop to the legs of AJ there, because she knows how tough AJ's legs are. Because you know, she's an earth pony when she's back at Equestria. And Zena, another neckbreaker, just like her brother Xavier's. And nephew, Damien. Shoulder tackle by AJ to Zena there. And Zena just punches her off. And Zena with the DDT to AJ. And Zena with the freaking repeated elbows to the shoulders of AJ there. Zena just a kick to the head of AJ. Flexibility, much there. Zena, you good there? And Zena picking up AJ. Kick the midsection of AJ there by Zena. Kick by AJ to Zena there. And Zena with her brother's final notice flatliner. Going for a cover. Only one count for. And Zena going for the King's Clash, just like her brother Xavier's. And she nails it. Going for a cover. 1, 2, and AJ somehow kicks out. And Zena catching AJ with that neck breaker again. Going for a cover again with Zena. 1, only one count that time. Punch, kick, Another kick that AJ dodged there, and what the heck was AJ doing there? Another shoulder tackle by AJ there. I think she got disoriented there for a moment. And now AJ with a neck breaker of her own. Sorry, okay. Gone for cover. One. Only one count there. And now AJ going for that power bomb she likes to use. And she nails the power bomb. Gone for cover is AJ and Serena. 1, 2. And Serena kicks out at 2. Somehow. And AJ sending Serena into the corner. Elbow drop by AJ there. Near the midsection is Serena there by AJ. Kicks into the corner, does AJ. Oh god. And AJ setting Serena on the top turnbuckle. Oh Jesus. And now AJ has Serena set up for a superplex from the top turnbuckle. And now AJ going for camel clutching Serena. Make her humble. Make her tap. Ask her. Magnation shout out there. Serena's never submitted in her career, as far as I know. And AJ trying to make her submit here, but Serena is just crawling to the ropes. And she's like, you know what, never mind, I'm just going to power my way out of it this time. And Serena picking up AJ. Knee to the midsection again, but to Serena by AJ there. Whiffs the kick to AJ. And AJ suplex, but Serena with a knee to the head of AJ there. And Serena with a body slam to AJ. Off the ropes and the leg drop. And now Serena going for cover. 1, 2, and AJ kicks out. Dual chops there by Serena to AJ. Punch to the face, and another one by AJ. And AJ with another neck breaker. Now AJ going for cover. 1, 2, and AJ gets the win off the neck breaker. And now AJ is the new Women's Internet Champion. AJ is a singles champion. Holy crap. The Rainbooms all hold titles. This was a long time coming for AJ, even if she probably didn't really ever think she's ever going to win a singles title. But AJ is the new Internet Champion of the women's division. Holy crap. Now Rainbow Dash isn't the only one out of the Rainbows who's had a singles title in her career. Which is crazy when you think about it. Now we have to wait and see if the Rainbooms can hold on to the tag titles tomorrow. The next match is a 3v3 elimination tag match between the Symbiotes and Talon. Where Doomfist and Austin Hill have apparently found a mystery partner to help them take on the Symbiotes. And if Talon loses, they have to disband. That's going to be crazy. And this is the co-main event of this portion of Final Hunt 3 for the new Gen roster, where the Symbiotes, led by Anti-Venom, with Carnage and Venom backing him up, are taking on Talon, which is compromised so far currently of Doomfist and Austin Hill. And these two groups have been feuding with each other for months now. If Symbiotes beat Talon at CyberSlam, and Talon pretty much put out the challenge for one more match with these guys, and if Talon loses, they will break up as a group. And I don't know who the hell Talon got be as their third guy in this match, but I can only imagine that they probably didn't have very many options because Talon has pissed off a lot of people, even though they're not as much of a pain in the ass as they used to be when the whole thing started. But at the same time, they're still two of the biggest jerks in the company right now. At least these guys haven't been that much of a pain in the ass. It's just mostly been a pain in the ass with Talon. Mostly because Carnage and Venom just got sick and tired of Doomfist's crap. And then they got in league with Anti-Venom. So which pissed off Doomfist because he felt like these guys betrayed him. I can only imagine what Austin Hale has been having to deal with since, he's the only guy left that's really stood by Doomfist's side this entire time. And this could be the final night that Austin and Doomfist are teaming together as the group that Doomfist has started and has been a mainstay of New Gen since this roster started, practically. Like I said, I'm just curious who these guys found as a third. Or at least who Austin might have found. Because, Doomfist probably didn't want to have to work with anybody. Because Doomfist is an asshole like that. He has a really serious trust issues, except when it comes to Austin. Austin's like the only person he still trusts. Because he thinks Austin is pretty much about at the same level as him. Who the hell knows? I just feel sorry for whoever they managed to rope in and try and help them out win this match. And whoever wins this match, like I said, if symbiotes win, the Talon breaks up. And if the symbiotes lose, well, I don't know. Talon finally can say that they got a win over the symbiotes, I guess. And I know whose entrance this is. We haven't seen him in months. And I can't believe Austin, this guy was able to make up. Apparently, it's Shaw Hale, Austin's brother. We haven't seen the two of them in a ring together since the two of them had their feud a while back. After Austin stabbed Shaw in the back. But I guess blood's thicker than, personal feelings about each other, I guess. And Shaw, I guess, really wanted to get back together and team with his brother, even though the two of them probably still got issues set up between the two of them. And you can only imagine that Doomfist probably isn't happy to see this goofball as their third guy. But it's nice to see that the Hale brothers are actually on the same page for the first time in months. And this is definitely going to be an interesting match. That's for sure. And let's get this elimination tag match underway between these two teams. And starting off with Doomfist and Anti-Venom. And Doomfist with an elbow to the face of Anti-Venom here. And Doomfist picking up Anti-Venom. I haven't seen Anti-Venom wrestle in quite some time, if at all. DDT by Anti-Venom and Doomfist. And these two are about roughly the same size when it comes to height and muscle and strength. And Doomfist with the suplex to Anti-Venom. And Austin, Hale, and Doomfist working together as a great team. And it's just weird to see Shaw and Austin in the same group together again. And Anti-Venom with a suplex to Doomfist there. And Carnage just hyped as hell in the corner over here. Anti-Venom, you good? No, Anti-Venom with an armbar and Doomfist. Doomfist with a shoulder tackle to Anti-Venom. And the Doomfist just punching the hell out of Anti-Venom. Carnage is trying to help out his boss, and Carnage managed to get hit there. And Doomfist with the STO takedown. And Doomfist tags into Austin, which I'm not really that surprised of. And Anti-Venom then shoulder tackle to Austin. And Shaw trying to help out his brother, what he missed. And Austin getting sent in the corner, right into the arms of Venom. Poked to the eyes of Austin there by Anti-Venom. And Carnage getting a hit there too, just with shits and gigs, I guess. And Austin getting sent in the corner. And Anti-Venom tags in Venom. Drop toe hold and Magnesium elbow. Take a shot. Anti-Venom with a shot to the back of Austin there. And another shot to the back. And Venom sending Austin into the ropes. Tilt-the-world backbreaker. And Carnage is still hyped in the corner over there. Austin tripping up Venom there. And Austin off the ropes. Runs around and tags in his brother. The Hale brothers working together again. Didn't think I'd ever see that happen. Venom blocking the drop kick from Shaw. And Shaw kicked the midsection of Venom. And Venom getting sent into an elbow to the face. And Venom with the crossbody to Shaw there. See if Anti-Venom is hyping the corner. Only one count there. Shaw kicked out. And Venom just with a punch to the face of Shaw there, knocking him down. And Venom with a headlock. And dragging Shaw to the ropes. Sending Shaw to the outside. And now Venom, oh Jesus, pulls Shaw in with an apron DDT to Shaw there. And Shaw might be knocked the hell out by the apron DDT. Venom and Carnage and Anti-Venom are all just wandering around the ring. Now Carnage sending Shaw back in the ring. Now Venom just stomping away at Shaw, and a kick to the midsection. Now drags him back in the ring. Now Venom just punches the Shaw and blocks that one into the armbar. And Venom with a shoulder tackle to Shaw. And Venom off the ropes. Shaw is pissed and he's back up. Tags in Carnage to Venom. And Shaw tags in Doomfist. Doomfist tried to go for a punch, but Carnage blocks it. And I think one of them, either Austin or Shaw, got a hit on Carnage and allowed Doomfist to hit Carnage with a Boss Man Slam and the Spine Buster. And now Doomfist dragging Carnage away from the ropes. Now Carnage is back up. And Doomfist with a headlock on Carnage. Body slam the Carnage there. And this Doomfist is punching the shiznits out of Carnage here. Carnage is tough and he's also insane, but I know he can only take so much damage. And Doomfist setting up for the Doomfist. And he nails Carnage in the face with the Doomfist there. And Doomfist dragging Carnage from the ropes. Going for a cover is Doomfist. 1, 2, and Doomfist eliminates Carnage. Talon is already up 3-2. Carnage is the first one gone, which kind of surprises me. Now Doomfist just beating the hell out of Anti-Venom here. It picks him back up. We go behind by Doomfist and a shot to the back of Anti-Venom. Anti-Venom getting set in the corner. Doomfist tags in Austin and ramming Anti-Venom's face against Austin's boot. Oh god, now Austin springboard, which he nails. And Austin going back to the outside. Now he's going to the floor for some reason. I guess he needed a break. Now Austin's back in the ring. Austin with a go behind on Anti-Venom, who reverses into an armbar, and Austin reverses that into a headlock. Face buster there to Anti-Venom. And Austin tags in his brother Shaw. And Shaw dragging Anti-Venom from the ropes. And now Shaw with a headlock on Anti-Venom. Trips him up. And sits on his leg. Austin is hyped for that. Clothesline by Shaw, knocking him down. And another one. After ups to Shaw. Heel kick by Shaw there. Austin is hyped watching his brother kick some ass. And now Shaw with the real barrel suplex, which he nails it to Anti-Venom. Yep, Austin and Doomfist winning each other. Going for cover is Shaw. 1, 2, and Venom misses the elbow drop, and Shaw pinned Anti-Venom. Holy crap. And now it's just down to Venom here, and Talon has yet to lose a single member. And Shaw with the neck breaker to Venom. And Shaw tagging in Doomfist. And Doomfist blocking the punch from Venom. And now Doomfist going for a powerbomb to Venom. And now Doomfist going for a cover on Venom. 1, 2, and Talon gets the clean sweep over the symbiotes. I did not expect that. I don't know if this means that Shaw and Austin are getting back together or what the hell this is going to mean. But Talon gets to stay together as a group because they literally just swept the symbiotes, which I am amazed by. And our next match is the main event of the New Gen portion of Final Hunt 3. Where Marilyn Manson defends his New Gen Championship against Krillin. And one of the two of them is getting let go from New Gen. And what happens to them when whoever loses, who the hell knows. I still cannot believe that the symbiotes literally lost in a clean sweep to Talon. It's crazy. But at least they get to keep stay together as a group. Whether or not this means Shaw's going to be with them, I don't know. But who the hell knows. And this is the main event of the New Gen portion of Final Hunt 3, where Marilyn Manson defends his championship against Krillin in a one-on-one match which has been a long time coming. And whoever loses this match is fired from New Gen. And both these guys also have to worry about, regardless of whoever wins, not only could they possibly lose their job here, they also have to worry about Syndrome, who won the Money in the Bank match early in the night. So bad enough that one of these two is going to be leaving New Gen, depending on who loses. The other might end up losing the title. But even if Manson retains, he could possibly lose the title tonight. And if Krillin wins, he could lose the title literally before he even has a chance to really celebrate. And here comes Marilyn Manson, the current champion, who defeated Sephiroth at the last Final Hunt, and has been New Gen champion ever since. And he's beaten everybody who stepped up to try to take the belt from him, because he wanted to prove a point. He wanted to prove that he's the best that there was in New Gen, since everybody always put him down, since he wasn't exactly the greatest performer in that triple threat match between him and his two buddies and the nobodies. And he's been, like I said, he's been New Gen champion ever since he won this belt from Sephiroth, who we have not seen since in over a year. And I don't know what's going on with Sephiroth, at least our version of Sephiroth anyways. I know for a fact that Manson is determined to hold up this championship and not lose his job, because he wants to send Krillin right back to the unemployment line after Krillin got let go from TAW, and he came here after he was picked up by the higher-ups of this company when he became available. And Krillin has wrestled a couple of times. He's had that match on New Gen before. He's had a triple threat match with Manson and Punchinello. I believe they also had a tag team match, him and Marilyn Manson at one point. Or him and Punchinello, actually. And Krillin also had the feud with Punchinello as well, because Punchinello didn't like the fact that Krillin just literally walked in and was handed an opportunity. He's been around since, like, forever. And Punchinello didn't like either of them, so it worked out in here, because all three of them had that triple threat match with CyberSlam. And here comes Krillin. And this could potentially be the last time we're ever seeing him in New Gen, and possibly in all of LWW, because I don't know if he's just gonna, if whoever loses this match is just leaving New Gen, or if they're leaving LWW entirely. And one of these two guys is going to be leaving this company, potentially the entire thing, depending on who loses this match. And Krillin, he's hoping to finally be able to call himself a world champion after he came here to prove a point. Like I said, after he got let go from TAW. And he wants to win his first ever world championship. But in order to do that, he has to defeat the guy who's been New Gen champion for well over a year. And Krillin, if this does end up being your final night here, for the brief time you've been here, been great having you here, buddy. And there's the current #1 contender and the challenger, Krillin, the former TAW Internet Champion. And there's the current and reigning champion, Marilyn Mother Evan Manson, who wanted to do this on his own. So being the honorable champion that he is, he's not going to have any backup in this match, which is nice. So that means there's not going to be any bullshit and no shenanigans either. And this could potentially be the last time Manson is seen in this ring. And there's the New Gen Championship that they're both fighting for. And let's get this New Gen Championship main event underway. Carnival time between the two start off. Sean McCarty is going to be happy somewhere. Manson with the headlock on Krillin. Manson with the suplex of Krillin. Let's start off. And now Manson with the armbar on Krillin. Near the midsection of Manson there by Krillin. Arm drag by Krillin to Manson there. And now Krillin with the headlock on Manson. Manson trips him up. Manson will just put punches and go behind on Krillin, flips him over. Krillin just stomps on Manson. And Krillin with the Russian leg sweep to Marilyn Manson there. And Krillin with an armbar on Manson. Into the arm drag. And the knee drop to Manson's arm. Standing moonsault by Krillin to Manson. And now Krillin picking up Marilyn Manson. And Krillin sending Manson in the corner. Back foot kick there by Krillin. Manson there blocks the kick there and trips him up. And Krillin gets picked back up by Manson in the headlock. And Manson sending Krillin back in the corner. Kicked Krillin there in the corner. And now Manson just grinding his knee against Krillin's face. And now Manson just beating the shiznits out of Krillin. And Manson picking Krillin back up. Punch in the face, and another one, and another punch, and then a kick, and just more punches and a chop that just knock him down, and the stomp. And Krillin was responding with kicks of his own. And the Hurricane Rana. Krillin with a headlock on Manson again. And another Hurricane Rana to Manson there. Krillin with Manson hits him with a suplex. And Krillin just stomping away and just more kicks to Manson, who blocks that one here. Manson trips him up again. And now Krillin sending Manson into the ropes. Arm dragged Manson there again by Krillin. Heel kick there by Krillin to Manson. Now Krillin with a headlock on Manson. Manson reverses it in the drop toe hold to Krillin there. Now Manson with an armbar on Krillin into the body slam. And Krillin with another Hurricane Rana to Manson. And now Krillin with an armbar on Manson again. Into the arm bar. Well, arm breaker, but you get the idea. Now Krillin picking Manson back up. Kick and another more kicks, and Manson blocks the Hurricane Rana attempt there. Kick the midsection of Manson by Krillin. Sends him into the ropes. DDT by Manson to Krillin there. Manson in the go behind on Krillin. Sends him into a clothesline. Knee drop by Manson to Krillin there. Jesus Christ. Punch to the face, knocking down Krillin. Manson just a chop while Krillin just throwing kicks wildly there. Manson just going crazy here. Krillin with a headlock on Manson. Sends him in the corner. Watch out, ref. Another backflip kick there to Manson by Krillin. And another Hurricane Rana. Front flip kick, which he misses there to Krillin. Kick, and more kicks to the legs of Manson. And another Hurricane Rana by Krillin. Just keeping Manson off his legs. And another DDT to Manson, just spiking him, just Krillin. And Manson just punching Krillin off of him there. And Krillin just with more kicks to Manson. And Manson just knocking Krillin out of the air with that punch. Jesus. And Manson just beating the shit out of Krillin. Just making him pay for all those kicks. And Manson an elbow to the face of Krillin and a pair of kicks to the midsection. And a headlock. And Manson with a suplex to Krillin there. These two just been back and forth. And another knee drop. These two just been beating the hell out of each other this entire match. Punch to the face, knocking him down. And Krillin just kicking Manson in the face. Kicked in the midsection again by Manson. By Krillin. And a headlock by Manson. Into the neck breaker. And Krillin trips up Manson there. And now Krillin going for oh nope, he just slamming Manson's leg back on the ring there. And pair of front flip kicks. Which I think he only hit like one of them. And Krillin with another arm drag to Manson. And now Krillin picking up Manson. Into the armbar. Kick to the midsection of Manson there by Krillin. And the headlock again. And Zaguri by Krillin to Manson there. Now Krillin with a stomp to the arm of Manson. And Manson just punches him off. Go behind by Manson on Krillin. He reverses into the armbar. And Manson reverses it into the go behind. And Manson with the suplex to Krillin. And now Manson just raining down more punches with a bald head of Krillin. Now Manson picking up Krillin. And Manson with a DDT to Krillin. And now Manson picking Krillin back up. Spine buster by Manson. And now Manson dragging Krillin away from the ropes. Going for a cover is Manson. One. Only one count there. Krillin kicked out after getting hit with that spine buster. Punch to the face. Krillin with a kick to Manson as a response. Sends him in the corner to Krillin. Manson nailing Krillin with a knee to the face after Krillin tried to go for a shot to the midsection. Put him in the corner, and Krillin put Manson in the corner. Manson blocks a kick. And Manson with the "We Are the Nobodies" pedigree! And he nails it. Is this Krillin's final night here? Manson going for cover. 1, 2, and Krillin kicks out. Somehow. Punch the pair of punches. Just repeatedly punches Krillin in the face as Manson. Manson is pissed. And the neck breaker. And now Manson with another knee to the face of Krillin there. And now Manson going for cover. 1, and Krillin kicks out again. Krillin blocks that punch, and Krillin catches him and nails him with a Destructor Disc to Manson. Krillin going for a cover. Only one count. What the fuck kind of shit is Manson on tonight? And Krillin with a headlock on Manson. Trips him up. I've never seen anybody kick out at 1 after getting hit with the Destructo Disc. And Krillin just stomping away at Manson. And the leg snap Manson there by Krillin again. And Krillin picking Manson back up. And Manson blocks a kick there, trips him up. And now Manson going for his figure 4 leg lock. There's no way Krillin's going to tap out to this. And Krillin manages to get to the ropes. And Krillin blocks that punch from Manson into the headlock again. Manson trips him up. Elbow drop. And now Krillin's pissed. Go behind by Manson and the suplex to Krillin. Oh god, now Manson going to the outside. Manson punching Krillin in the face when he tried to stop him from going to the top turnbuckle. And now Manson tried to go for something, but Krillin reverses into a Russian leg sweep. Krillin with a chop knocking him down. And the drop kick. Off the ropes is Krillin. Jumping clothesline, which he nails Manson there. Now Krillin picking up Manson. Manson blocks the Krillin trying to go for there. Elbow to the face. Punch to the face. And another one. And another one knocking down Krillin. Going for a cover is Manson. 1. And only a 1 count. Springboard by Manson, which he barely got him with. Krillin's back up. And Krillin is setting up for something. Pointing at Manson. Manson reverses it with a go behind. DDT by Manson to Krillin. Manson setting up for another Wheel of the Nobody's pedigree. Or spinebuster. Nope, he's going for the pedigree. And Manson nailing the Wheel of the Nobody's pedigree. Going for cover on Krillin. 1, 2, and Manson retains the New Gen Championship. And with that, it's Krillin's potential his last night in New Gen. This crazy back and forth match between the two of them. After all that, Manson retains the New Gen Championship and is staying in LWW New Gen. And Krillin, as far as we know, is possibly leaving the company. It might be his last time we ever see Krillin. Because that was a stipulation. Whoever lost his match would leave the company. But who the hell knows what's going to happen now. And Manson proving once again why he is the New Gen Champion. And if you like this video, leave a like, comment, all that stuff. I'll see you on the next day, which will be the first half of the main roster portion. Have a good night, everybody.